Hey everybody, Matt Tabacco from SmokinTabacco.com. I'm at the Cavalier booth with Sebastian. Sebastian, thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Glad to have you here for the first time.
Thank you very much. So tell us a little bit about the brand and what you're showcasing here.
So Cavalier, been a couple of years, about six years now in the business. We started at the time with the White Series. We do everything in Honduras. So what happened is, I'm originally from Switzerland, Geneva. Moved from there when I was 22 years old to Honduras. I wanted to learn about tobacco and everything, and things happen. Don't ask me why, just, life things. Met the right people and started learning, lived in Honduras, and everything started from there, right? I had the chance to learn most of, the year I was living down there with Adin Perez, the Plasencia family, and people like this. So great people. People I have, a huge respect and very grateful about the whole situation. And that was the first baby that came out of it, right? So we started with the White Series at the time. I was more intrigued by mild to medium cigars at the time. I just needed as much complexity as I could in flavor profiles and stuff. So we started working around it with a lot of seco tobaccos, viso tobaccos, no ligeros at all. Seco Habano, seco wrapper that actually, it's funny, it's nearly as clear as a Connecticut, so people most of the time put it in that range of Connecticut. The only thing is, I really enjoy that Criollo 98 kind of profile. I think it adds more depth in the cigar, so we've been working a lot with that and starting to learn, started with this, always co-blended, so myself, Adin Perez, and my wife, Aileen, so we started with that. That was the first release for Europe at the time. We weren't here in the US, and slowly moved our way to the US too. Just after that, the first release that was specific to the US and only for the US was a USA exclusive at the time, just called Black Series. And that was a big shift in the process for me, because we went from thinking mild to medium complex to, okay, I have to go to the Maduro mentality right now. And the first tobacco that really caught my attention was San Andres Negra from Mexico. Just that, dark, sweet profile that was really appealing to me. So I started working and went from working with only secos and visos to what is now the USA exclusive with only visos and ligeros, so no seco. So we got that, but we got that new step in the history at the time. That was 5 or 6 years ago, fairly quickly after the launch in Europe. And interestingly enough, it's what I would call still the old school kind of Maduro. So it would have been strong like 15 years ago. It is actually a medium plus, rich, dark, sweet. And that was really a fun little experience. You smoke chocolate if you want, really. That's really what it is. And then we came out with the Black 2. That was the first box press we worked on. We only do like soft box press. I'm not big on the sharp angles and everything. And started working with this. You again had to switch and understand what box press mean, right? You have to work differently because you have to underfill 15% to be able to press it without having the actual cigar to crack when you press it. And the whole process was a little different. So we continued with this, and it was still in that range. We again used San Andres Negra, just saying how much I just fell in love with that tobacco at the time. And it was still a kind of old school Maduro. We had only worked with visos. There was no seco, no ligero in that. So that's kind of, not really common, but I really think the viso only blend really brings some richness, some, complexity, something, just a lot of dimensions through the cigar without having too much strength to it. So it really brings to life like a complete experience that nowadays, when most people think about Maduros, they go and try to blend powerhouses, right? That had never been our mentality, but some shit happened, right? So we actually came out with another core line just before the show, which is called Viso Jalapa. It's nice mustard colored boxes. If you guys see it, probably seen it all over. Now we've been very grateful for the great reaction. And that was the first time I actually went into what I would call the new school Maduro realm. The reason for it, and it's really funny, we did a viso only cigar. There is no seco and no ligero. People always, when I say no ligero in that cigar, they look at me like, how is that possible? Because I say new school Maduro just because it's heavy, it's oily, it's rich, it's sweet, and it actually has quite a punch to it. That all comes from that high priming Viso Jalapa wrapper that had a process that is actually without burning it through like you would do with a wrapper, right? With a wrapper, what you want usually is to get all the grease out and everything so that it burns well. And in that case, we actually wanted the flavor, and the burn was really the last thing we were thinking about. So that was the last release, Viso Jalapa. That's something that you would most definitely have to try. And then, of course, right now at the show, we're presenting the limited edition yearly. So, as always, limited amount of boxes, 1,650 boxes. We actually have 2 on the display there. Both boxes are part of the lot. There is no samples. We don't have any cigars for us. Anything that we smoke comes out of the actual allotment and production. We never, as always, disclose the blend on that. But as some of you know, we've had very good returns in all the 2018, 2019, 2020. So if you can grab some because it's going to go really fast. It's actually going to hit the shelves in the US probably end of July, early August.
So one of the things I noticed about your brand, beautiful presentation, but you get this gold flake right on the wrapper, which is very unique. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So yeah, the gold diamond, the way I say gold diamond, we all started saying gold diamond. That didn't come from us, actually. The consumer started calling it like this.
Yeah.
It just fit the whole, when you look at it, just ended up fitting the actual design presentation. So it's actually, how do I put this? It's the thing is, you have to do something different, but it has to fit who the brand is, right? The brand is a different person, has to fit it. And we were looking at different things, and my wife was actually at the time replacing the person that was doing all the designs for us that sadly had passed away, and she was cleaning up the boxes. If you look at the boxes here, we still have a little bit of this pattern left with those diamonds, right? Mm-hmm. It was a very heavy pattern diamond on all the boxes, and she wanted something a little more modern, a little more classic. But we were at the same time looking for that thing that was that had to make the brand who it is, mature the brand to the point where it was, a grown-up person, if you want. And she came to me one day and she's like, I got it. We're going to put gold on the cigars. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. We really care about the tobaccos. We select the tobaccos very carefully. We do our blends very carefully. We know what we want. We know what we work with. And she was like, no, you don't understand. Let's put a gold diamond, this gold shape, the diamond shape, as a secondary band or primary band on the cigars. And that really became the signature for us, right? Every cigar you're going to find from us, even the limited edition, even if you don't see it because it's under the other bands, is going to showcase that gold diamond. And the interesting thing about it, first of all, you can smoke right through it. It's 24 karat edible gold. So it's when the cigar burns through it, it's just going to sit on the ash. Not going to have any kind of impact on the cigar. The gold is not burning. It's not hot enough for it to burn, actually.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, it really became our signature. Whether it's in Asia, in Africa, in Europe. The reason for that is, a name, Cavalier, color band, the color of a band or everything is very difficult to remember. But then when it comes down to a symbol can be expressed in any kind of language. So that was really a barrier breaker for any kind of people that have been supporting us through the years now, and thing we really appreciate from everybody.
Yeah, it's definitely, I would say, becoming one of your trademarks. I recognize your cigars everywhere. Once I see that, I know it's you. But hey, Sebastian, thanks for being with us today. Thanks for talking to us, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you, likewise, and thank you for stopping by, man.
Absolutely, thank you for having us. Guys, stay tuned for more content, and we will see you later.